Hello, my beautiful friends, and thank you so much for joining me for this week's Giving a Voice to the Power Within show with myself and Aleckson, transformational speaker, author, and direct voice channel for All That Is. So you're joining myself and All That Is today for our regular weekly channeled message, and also for afterwards, we do the live Q&A, giving you an opportunity to ask questions and receive guidance and insight and answers. And then we are closing this live down and we go live into our private group, Be the Change to See the Change. And in that group, I do a really beautiful, by all accounts, multi-dimensional healing session with you. So I'd love to have you join me in that group afterwards as well. Good morning, Kim. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Thank you to everyone else who is also joining us now. I see we've got more than a couple of people on. So for the first couple of minutes, if you are watching the replay, you could just fast forward for a few minutes and catch up with the good stuff. Not so much the beginning where we say hello to those who are joining us live. So if you are on the replay, please just fast forward at least 5 minutes for me, and then we'll get started into the channeled message for you. Hold off on asking any of your questions until after we've done the channeled message. Otherwise, I get a little distracted, and we don't want to do that. I'm already distracted this morning. It's been a little bit of an interesting morning. Beautiful, beautiful Tuesday morning. It's sunny, it's very hot outside, and we're still on school holidays here in the family. I've got a child upstairs who is a bit of a late night owl when he's on school holidays. And so this week, the week before we go back to school, I'm trying to retrain him, get his biorhythms back where they should be, so that he's sleeping at night time. But I'm saying that to say this: I wake up very late on school holiday days because he's up all night and I can't but help but be woken up over and over and over again. So late waking up this morning, but as I woke up, I was having already the conversation that we're going to have today in the channeled message. And I love when that happens, and I think it's not something that's unique to me. I think this is the way it is supposed to be, that we wake up and we start, and we've been in that state of unconsciousness or different brainwave patterns, that we tap into all of the guidance and all of the insight and all of the non-physical aspects of us that are out there in non-physical. So yeah, I woke up this morning, I was already in the conversation that we were having, because as I go to bed on Monday nights, I say to myself and the non-physical that I want to wake up having some idea of what our message is going to be today. And then, of course, I get all stressed when I wake up thinking that I won't remember it by the time we go live. But, of course, settle down and just relax. You don't need to remember it. It's not a thing to remember. It's just a thing to allow to come through. So that's what I'm going to do. Jeanette, lovely to see you. Hello, Michelle. Good to see you as well. Leah, always good to see you. Anik, hello. And, oh, thank you, Leah. Thank you so much. That's really lovely. Love this top. It's just so convenient. You can throw it over anything and go and look glamorous anywhere. People ask me sometimes at the shop, because I know all the people at the shop, the local shop, why are you so dressed up? And I'm like, well, actually, I'm not. I've got this ratty thing on underneath, but I've thrown this over the top. So yay for the sparkly clothing that makes you look like you've put an effort in. Oh, I have this morning, by the way. This is not this is me actually making an effort this morning, not just running off to the shop in the middle of the day when I'm hot and sweaty and rushing to get something from the supermarket. Enough chit chat from me. I feel like I'm just making an inane conversation, and I do apologize to you for that this morning. Tammy, hello, lovely to see you. Hi, Ellen. Thank you, Tammy, thanks. Yeah, Mariko's a bit distracted too. It's an interesting energy, isn't it, Mariko? Yay, Kay, you found us. I'm so glad. Wonderful to have you here with us. So everyone on the replay, thank you so much for watching us, as I said. Lucia, hello, lovely to see you as well. All right, beautiful. So here's what we're going to do today. It's not different than every other Tuesday, but here's what we're going to do today. We are going to, in a moment, bring through the channeled message for you. I woke up with an idea of what it is, but I don't really know what it is. But we'll go into that, and then straight afterwards, when we come out of that, you can ask questions or ask for a Money Flow Oracle card reading if you wish to do that. But if you ask a question, please don't say, what guidance do I need today? That's too broad an option for us to choose from, because pretty much for most people, there's there's 5, 6, 7 different areas of life where you could receive guidance on. So if you wanted on something, if you want guidance around money, if you want guidance around your relationship, your love, your business, your work, whatever, make that clear for me. And that way we can get into the right information for you. Or we might go somewhere you don't necessarily want to go today and aren't yet ready to receive. So thank you for joining me. So then, yes, we do the live. Hello, Sarah, lovely to see you. Wow, beautiful, perfect. That's interesting, Sarah. I'll be interested to receive your comments afterwards. So we do the channeled message, then we go and do a live Q&A, and then we shut this live down and we go into the Be the Change to See the Change group, where we do a multi-dimensional healing session for you. And by all accounts, everyone who has commented and let me know what they're receiving from them, we've got some really, really great feedback for those sessions. So make sure that you also come and join us in the group. Again, I'm chit-chatting like this because obviously there's something going on that's I'm nervous about something, which is interesting, but here we go. So thank you so much for joining me once again. As I said, let us all just simply drop into this space right here, right now, knowing that there's nothing more important for you right now than this, otherwise you wouldn't be here, as you acknowledged, Sarah. You're here to receive what it is that you're asking for. And we're going to say that again. You are here to receive what it is that you are asking for. And this is the message that we want to share with you today. We think there are many of you who know this, but you don't yet live it. Who know this, but you don't yet live it. In other words, you haven't truly embodied who you really are. And so we say to you that every single time you ask, and yes, we know for some of you watching that we tell you this over and over and over again, and yet we still feel the need to tell you it one more time, or more, we shall see. Every single time that you ask, it is given. Now, we know you've heard this, you've heard it called the law of attraction, you've heard it called manifesting, all sorts of magic, all sorts of things. This is the secret. There are many ways in which you have heard this, but the truth of the matter is that most of you have only touched the surface of this because you don't yet know who you really are. And so we say to you again, you are a physical manifestation of the non-physical. In other words, you are a physical manifestation of the universe through which you are asking for what you desire. And so if you are not receiving it, then you are not receiving it because you are not allowing yourself to receive it. You are not giving it to yourself, in other words. And the only reason that you would not give it to yourself is because you don't believe you are ready for it. You don't believe you are worthy of it. And so we come back to the beginning. The only reason you would think you are not worthy of it is because you do not know who you truly are. Breathe. You do not know your own power. You do not know yourself as the universe or source, or the physical manifestation of the Akashic records, or indeed the physical manifestation, a physical manifestation of God. There is only one, you see, there is only one source energy, one source field, one God, so to speak. And we don't speak of the religious God, of course. We know many of you understand that, but we feel that we need to reiterate it. We are not speaking of the religious God. We are speaking of source energy, the beginning of it all, the one soul, of which you are a physical manifestation of, so that that one soul might experience itself and grow and grow and grow. And so your job on this planet is to do whatever you desire to do in order to have your physical self live on the leading edge, to be and do and have all that you desire and all that you require in divine timing, of course. We must mention that, because there are many of you asking for things that you have not yet up-leveled your physical self into having. And so the message today is simply a reminder, and also a portent of things to come, we think is the best way to express it. In other words, what we're saying to you is, you are now able to, willing to, ready to step into recognizing yourself, to recognizing yourself as the creator of your reality at the next level. You've been working the surface level of the law of attraction, if you want to call it that. It simply is who you be. It's not a law, it's who you be, the physical manifestation of all that is. Therefore, every time you ask, you receive, if you are willing to give to yourself. And if you're not receiving, what is it that you believe about yourself that is not true? Find those things and release them, or let them go, or just decide to believe differently. In fact, there are so many non-physical on this planet because we're all there behind you, whispering in your ear, urging you to become what you truly are, to embody your Christ consciousness, to become your light worker self. And no, that's not the right word. Become your light body self, because that is the evolution of humanity, that the one soul, that God, that the universe, that source wants to experience now. Source wants to experience it. And all you need to do is receive what it is, so that you, as the physical manifestation of source, can receive that. And we are done, but we think there are many of you who have questions about what we have just spoken about. In other words, questions of, how can I receive? What is it that I need to release? Why is it not working for me? And all of these sorts of things. And so we invite you now to ask your questions as we prepare to allow this one to come back and interact with you. Thank you. We are done. Thank you. That was pretty much the message that I woke up with this morning. Isn't that interesting? I love that they prepare me for that. Okay, opening my eyes now. Oh. Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me. If you've just joined me, you've missed the channel message, but it will be on replay, of course. So after we finish, you can go back and watch it again. Hi, Edda. Lovely to have you here with us, whether you just got here or not. Kim. The video froze and then lagged and then kept skipping along the message and missed a lot of it. The bits that I did here were awesome. That's so interesting, Kim. That feels really pertinent to me for you, Kim. It's important that you recognise that you're making yourself watch it again. And I think you might watch it a few times. Phew, big message for you, Jeanette. Okay, it's a big message for all of us, isn't it? Thank you, Kay. Yes, big reminder, that's exactly right. Hello, Helene, lovely to see you. Thanks for joining us. We have just finished the channel message, and it really was about the, you know, what's called the law of attraction. I really don't like that expression. So we're just opening now to anyone's questions about that, about the message that we brought through, but also about, you know, why isn't it working for me? Why am I not getting what I want? How do I get what I want? Those sorts of things. So please just let me know if you would like to ask a question. Just ask your question in the comments. I know they're a bit slow, the comments, so I'll have some water while I wait for any questions to come through. I've also got with me my Money Flow Oracle cards. Now, these are not just about money, of course. They've got one word on the back, which I just used to start to kick off the message for you about any area of your life, but absolutely about money. We have the Money Muse non-physical energy attached to those cards. I've also got my self-care dare. So if I feel like that's what you need, I'm going to pull one of those cards for you and dare you to do something of it for your own self-care this week. So drinking some water, checking if there's any questions. Oh, Edda, strong message just came through. I'm sipping my drink and I see your message and immediately I hear you're blocking yourself. You're stopping yourself because you don't think you're ready yet. You don't think you're ready yet. And I feel like this is around your health. And I feel like saying to you, you are ready. Just let it go. Just move on. Just move on. Just move on. Just you are protecting yourself in some way. There's some aspects of you. Perhaps it's that unhealthy part of you that had some health issues. There's aspects of that part of you trying to stop you from taking too many steps outside your comfort zone so that it can protect you from having those experiences again, which says to me that there's probably some cleaning up and clearing in your energy field that you need to do about the stuff that happened with your health. Now, for those of you watching, Edda is a member of my Super Self Academy, so I am familiar with her history. So that's what it is, Edda. That came through really, really strong immediately as soon as you asked. Jeanette, what is recommended to solidify this message within us? Well, you know, I'm not one for, well, I am one for affirmations and affirmations and mantras and things like that. So I think perhaps if you wanted to do something, even if you just do it for this day in time, that you might just simply start walking around through the day saying, I am a physical manifestation of God. Doesn't that feel yucky? I can feel that right now for some of you, not just one. For some of you, when I say that to you, I can feel all this stuff come up in your field. Let's make that something that we work on in the multi-dimensional healing session that we're going to do when we go into the Be the Change to See the Change group. So in about 7 minutes, we're going to finish here and we're going to move into the Be the Change to See the Change group. It's a bit more private space. And I then do a multi-dimensional healing. So Jeanette, when you come into that space with us in about 7-10 minutes, can you remind me or just ask me again, just remind me that we're going to do some healing work around that sentence I just said, which is that you are a physical manifestation of God. Let's remove the word God. Let's put that whatever word is comfy for you there. I am a physical manifestation of the universe. I am a physical manifestation of my Akashic records. I am a physical manifestation of source energy, whatever it is for you. For me, I say I'm a physical manifestation of all that is. So let's do some healing work in the multidimensional healing session in the group after this. Great question, Jeanette. Jeanette asked, what is recommended to solidify this message within us? I was about to recommend that we all start, and I do recommend, if it's comfortable for you to do so, do it. If it's not, join me for the multidimensional healing. That we all just simply continue to say to ourselves all day or forever, as long as we need to, I am a physical manifestation of all that is. And as I said that, I felt so much stuff come up in the collective energy field. So that's what we're going to focus on in the healing session after this. Thanks, Jeanette. Tammy, will my financials improve if a long-term relationship is terminated? You know what? I want to invite you to Tammy, I was going to pull a card, but I'm not going to now. I don't need to. I want to invite you to separate those two things, okay? One has no relevance on the other. Now, I'm saying from a metaphysical, a non-physical perspective. I understand on a practical, physical level that they do have something to do with each other in your world at the moment. But I want to invite you to realize, to recognize, to remember. I want to invite you to remember that your income, your money, your financial stuff is provided to you through source, through the universe, through energy, through God, whatever you want to call it. And I feel like I want to say to you that the long-term relationship is having an effect on your self-worth. Therefore, of course, it's having an effect on your financial world, because if you don't believe that you are worthy of more, you can't allow it to come in. You can't receive it. You can't receive it. You can't receive it. And so the answer to your very specific question would be yes. Yes, your financials will improve if a long-term relationship is terminated. However, that's entirely up to you. Because once the long-term relationship is terminated, you are going to need to do some inner work. You're going to need to release this wounding within you that allows you to become less than when in certain relationships. So, Tammy, it is good. It is good, and you're going to be fine. Yeah, there's a very strong feeling here that I want to say, yes, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. All right. Hello, Laurie. Lovely to see you. Thank you, Tammy. That was for you. Kay Hamilton, I would love a card, please. Is there anything in particular to support my ability to connect with people who will resonate with my messages? Kay, yes, there is. I'm not going to pull a card for you. Apparently, I don't need to pull the cards today. Sometimes I like to, and sometimes it doesn't matter. The messages come through so clearly and quickly, which is what they're doing today. It could be because I put way too much frankincense on my crown this morning. I don't put it on my crown, but what I do is I wave it over my hair because I like the smell of it. But I do know that when I do that, sometimes it really opens things up for me. So that's probably what's happening here. So, Kay, anything in particular to support my ability to connect with people who will resonate with my message? Yes, Kay, there is. You need to stop holding back. You need to just simply share your message in every opportunity and every chance that you get. I feel like, I'm kind of moving forward, but the energy keeps pushing me back. What that's saying to me is that you're holding yourself back from speaking your truth or speaking your message in every moment, right? You've got to not censor yourself. even if you're in front of people who you don't think will get your message, be willing to share it anyway. Okay, so it really is about just speak in every moment that you feel to do so. In every moment that you receive a message to share something, you must share it. Now, I don't mean you know, I have a thing about I really don't like that whole energy around psychics stopping people on the street and saying, oh, you know, your dead grandmother's here or whatever. I don't mean it in that way. What I mean is that there are people who are in your circle who you think won't be accepting of your message, so you never share it, and yet they're the people that are seeking what you've got. That's why they're in your circles. So I hope that helps, Kay. Helene says, I prefer the low vibration. I actually don't even, I don't resonate with, I'm such a word person, but I don't, you know, the words that are out there, they just don't do it justice. What was I calling it the other day? It's actually the law of creation, right? For me, anyway. Can I have a money card, please, Michelle? I shall pull a money card for you. Helene says, I'd love a care or message, please. I can give you lots of care, Helene, but I know you're talking about a card, and that's okay. Just that's that whole word thing again, isn't it? Words mean things to some people that they don't mean to others, and I find it interesting that often I use words on Facebook, and people will say, oh, I say it this way, and I'm like, wonderful, and please do, but the word doesn't mean the same thing to me that it does to you, and we've got to remember that. Sorry, the word means the same thing, but the vibration of the word is different for us, depending on where we are with our own vibrational. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Oh, Michelle, oh my God. Michelle, this is the card that came out for you, and I immediately saw, this is going to be so interesting. I immediately saw this collaboration that you and I are working with together with Holistic Bliss magazine. So for me, what that's saying to me is that this is going to help you with your money situation. So I suspect what's going to happen is that what I have intended for this collaboration is Enlightened Changemakers. Michelle is one of the Enlightened Changemakers that is featuring in the Holistic Bliss magazine every month for the next 11 issues, alongside me and 11 other Enlightened Changemakers. So, Michelle, that looks like a really good portent for this year for you. All right, we need to get going shortly, so I'm going to just see what else I can quickly. Helene, I'll pull a card for you. Oh my God, Helene, isn't this funny? I literally just was talking to you, not talking to you, but you had commented about I prefer the law of vibration, and I went into this little rant about words, and then we pull up the card that says words. And it really is about exactly, I already answered the question, right? I already gave you the guidance, which was about the words that we use, and the fact that it's not the words that we use that carry the magic in them. It is, in fact, the vibrational frequency of the words. Now, the vibrational frequency of the word as it comes out your mouth matches what you believe that word to mean. Right? So, hilarious, really funny. Okay, Liz Carrera, love a card, please, regarding work and business. This is interesting, Liz. This is the card that's come out for you. And what I'm hearing here, what I'm seeing here, what I'm visualizing, what I'm sensing with this card, I'm just going to tune into the Money Muse. But basically, the Money Muse is telling me that the Money Muse is telling me to keep your eye open. Keep your ear, I heard ear open, but I said eye, so I think it's both. Keep your ears and eyes open for an opportunity. There's a woman who's going to come into your world and is going to provide an opportunity to you that's going to boost your self-esteem, it's going to boost your confidence, it's going to increase your income and all of your business and all of those sorts of things. So an opportunity. Beautiful. That was a very clear message. I don't normally know women or man. I just feel energy. So Laurie, what I want to ask you here is it going to spark joy? What a great question, hey? But you're just saying, I'm wondering if I should apply for a data analysis job. And as soon as I read that, I just heard, does it spark joy? Is it going to feel good for you to do that thing? And if it is, yes, go do it. Apply for it if it's going to feel good to do so. But please remember that when something stops feeling good, and this is a message for all of us, when something stops feeling good, look at what's next. Okay. Beautiful. Hope that helps, Laurie. Mariko, I'd love a card. Mariko, I'm going to pull a card for you, and then we've got to go because it's the show. We're over time already, and I'm going to be moving into the Be the Change to See the Change group to do the multi-dimensional healing session. So you're most welcome to join me over there. Sometimes after the healing session, we have a little chit-chat. Come and join me over there. Mariko, this is a lovely card for you. You know what? This is actually the energy that I've been feeling around you lately. There's this real sense around you now that you're coming into your own. And when I say that, what I mean is that it feels like you're becoming peaceful in your own self. You're becoming, it's the word peaceful, but there's something different about it. Let me just tune into it a bit more. You're becoming comfortable in who you are and starting to get to know yourself a bit better than you have before. And it's a real peaceful feeling, which is really lovely. And, you know, it'll affect everything around you, your relationships and all of that sort of stuff. By the way, I did answer your question, Mariko, for my column in Holistic Bliss, which is coming out at the end of this week, the online version, and the print version comes out on the 1st of February. So I did answer your question in my column in the magazine. So make sure that you grab yourself a copy, a hard copy, or the online version, which I'll share with you when it comes out. Thank you, Helen. I appreciate your question. Unfortunately, I just have run out of time. And Nick as well, running out of time. Tracy, so thank you. I do this every Tuesday, so if I don't answer your question this time and you would like to join us again, please do so. Ed is saying the message made sense. That's beautiful. Anik, I am a physical manifestation of the divine. Absolutely. And that's the healing that we're going to do multidimensionally around owning that. All right, beautiful. I'll catch up with all of your comments. Shelley Burns, I'm going to invite you to come and join us over in the Be the Change to See the Change group. If you're not yet a member, just click the join button and come and join us over there in about 3 to 5 minutes. I'm going to do a multi-dimensional healing session, and I think you need to be there, okay? All right, thank you. Sorry, Dina Marie, I just didn't get to you today. Yeah, Helene, beautiful. Okay, look, I'm going to stop reading the comments. I'm going to run over to the Be the Change to See the Change group now because it's time to do the multidimensional healing. Please come and join me over there. I would love to have you join us, and we'll do some work on that mantra that we were talking about, owning who you really are in the world. Thank you so much for joining me for the channeled message and the live Q&A. Come join me now for the multidimensional healing. You will love it. All right, see you soon.